Good morning, boys and girls. Lesson 10, exercise 41 on page 94. We've already done the CPJ and CRJ on page 95. So what I want you to do is, on page 94, the counting equation, but we're only going to do the first three columns. I will give a lesson on the other three columns at a later stage. They've actually asked us most of the transactions to do like this, so I would like you just to complete it. It was for homework, and just mark it before you look at the video. If you haven't done it yet, stop the video please. Alright, so remember, asset bank, your T account, that's the purple, the T account. For each transaction, you have two T accounts. One will be debited and the other one will be credited. Luckily for grade 8s, we only have two journals, a CRJ, so your bank will always be debited, and a CPJ, your bank will always be credited. Alright, so you need to read the transactions, boys and girls. On the 1st of June, the owner deposited 25,000 into the bank account to increase her capital. Contribution, issue a receipt. Right, so your first column is issue a receipt. It will be a receipt, okay, but you must know it's going to be the duplicate. Why? Because you're going to give the owner the original receipt, the business. You are doing the business, their books. Alright, so please, then you keep the duplicate. Alright, and then what happened? The owner brought money into the bank account. She deposited money into the bank account. So your bank account increased. So your bank account, it was a CRJ transaction. You can go back to your CRJ and see that it was a CRJ transaction. So your bank will be debited. And that money was from who? From the owner. For what? For her capital that she increased. Right, so just capital. Then the next transaction, there's two lines for that, because they said issue a check. So remember, when you issue a check, it's going to be check counterfoil, because you're going to give the check to the person that you paid. So you're going to have a check counterfoil. Alright, and remember, when you pay somebody, money flows out of your bank account, so your bank account's decreasing, so your bank will be credited. And now you just have to go and read your sentence. What did you pay? What did you buy for consumable stores? Okay, and for equipment. So that check also, you made a payment. So it's, again, you can write the check counterfoil. I don't really think it will only be worth one mark, the two lines. And then you've paid, so your bank decreases because money flows out of your bank account, so your bank will be credited. What did you buy? You bought equipment. So equipment will be debited. Then on the 6th, bought stationery per check. So it's going to be a check counterfoil. You have bought, so you have made a payment. Money went out of your bank account decreased, so your bank account will be credited. What did you purchase with that money? Bought stationery. Oh, look at the spelling. Okay, then on the 7th, issue a receipt for service rendered. So what's going to happen? You have issued a receipt, but you must remember the original receipt will go with the client. you will have the duplicate in your business. You have received money from a client, so money went into your bank account. Your bank account increased, so your bank account will be debited. And that was for service rendered, so that's going to be current income. Then also on the 7th, it says paid per check. So your source document is going to be check counterfoil. Your bank account is going to decrease because you made a payment. So your bank is going to be credited. What did you buy or purchase or pay? On the 7th, they say pay for repairs. You just need to read your sentence to see. You always have two. With each transaction, you've got two accounts. In grade 8, one of them will be bank. Alright, so you just need to see if your bank increases, then it's a debit. If your bank decreases, then it's a credit. Alright, so on the 9th, paid 35,000 Rand for a storeroom built on. So it's going to be paid by check. Counterfoil is your source document. You made a payment, so cash yes. Your bank, you made a payment, so cash went out of your bank account, flew out. Okay, so your bank account decreases, so your bank account is going to be credited. What did you buy or what did you purchase or pay? Land and building. The storeroom is a building. Alright, so it's part of your land and building. On the 11th, received from a client. So you've received money. Money flows into your bank account. So your bank account is going to increase. So your bank will be debited. Okay? For what? From your client for service rendered. Alright, service rendered is going to be in your current income column in your CRJ. Alright, so you're going to issue a receipt and you're going to give the original one to your client and the business will keep the duplicate as a source document. On the 12th, part of the building has been let. Reddy has paid his rent for the month. Reddy paid us. We are Marsden plumbers, right? Because they are renting from us. So money came into our bank account. CPJ bank account increases. So bank account will be debited. And why did we receive money from our tenant? So it's going to be rent, income. Right, and we're going to issue a receipt and we always keep the duplicate in the business. On the 14th, paid wages with a check, so it's going to be check counterfoil. So I'm trying to write as fast as I can. Made a payment, so your bank's going to be credited, it's decreasing. And what did you buy or pay with that money? Your wages. So wages will be debited. On the 22nd, we've issued a check. So it's going to be check counterfoil. Okay, you issued one check. And you made 3 payments with it, or you bought 3 different type of stuff, or purchased, or whatever. We'll read now. So it's going to be check counterfoil on the issue a check. This was for stationery, consumable goods, and for the owner's personal use. Right? So we've issued a check. Money went out of our bank account, it's a payment, our bank account decreases, so bank will be credited. because our bank decreases. Okay, what was the first thing I bought? Let's read the sentence again. This was for stationery. Okay, it was for consumable goods. And for the owners, personal use, and that will be drawings. Okay, boys and girls, and then they didn't ask you to do the 28th and the 29th because they repeat the transactions, so that's why. So we've got two transactions on the 30th. A bank statement was received from the bank, and we've earned interest, and we made a payment for bank charges. Because the bank is also a business, and they render a service, a financial service to the business, they're going to charge them bank charges. Alright, so let's first look at the first one. There's then two transactions on the 30th. What is my source document with both of them? Bank statement. But what happened in the first transaction? It says there we've earned 125 Rand for interest. So money, the bank paid money into our bank account, so our bank account increased, so it's going to be debited with interest. Interest on current account, all right? And then the second transaction of the 30th, bank charges. So the bank charged me for the service that they've rendered to the business. So money, they took money out of my bank account decreased, so my bank account will be credited with bank charges. All right. I'll let you know which exercise you have to do for next week. All right, thank you very much. Bye-bye.